Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 9 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of ATM10. Apologies today, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold. However, I'm completely out of backlog thanks to the holidays plus getting sick. So this video's recording will go live tomorrow because I am literally don't have any other backlog left. That said, you'll just have to deal with a little nasally dire today while we get started with actually additions. So I want to play with actually additions today because A, it's been like years since I've been able to play with actually additions. It looks like I think it's been redone. So I'm pretty excited to give it a try. So we're going to play with that a little bit today, but before we jump into that too quickly, there's a few minor upgrades I want to do. I think I can make an infinity range booster, I think, for my, this dude. And that would be cool, because it means I don't have to, like, get too close to stuff. So I'm going to see if I can pull that off. In order to make this, though, we're going to need, let's see, 8 Enderium, which is going to be not too bad. So lead dust, I think I can get with, yeah. So let's do this. I'm going to need some lead. Smelt it up. And I'm going to need my hammer. And then I'm going to need a little bit of platinum. I did not actually check to see if I have access to platinum yet. Do I have access to platinum? Oh, I do. I do have raw platinum. Well, that's cool. I'm going to call that enough lead now. So I think I need 6 of those. And 2 of these. And then I should be able to get 8 of those that I can smelt up. And we're good to go. Sweet. Which means I think I've got everything I need for this, right? Now, I do need also lumium, but I think I can pull that off as well. Lumium is just going to be lumium dust, which is going to be 1 silver and 3 tin. So I'm going to need 1 silver. There you go. That's another way to do it. And 3 tin. I guess that's the smarter approach, right? Hey, Dyer said he was sick. Just in case somebody forgot. And I might as well smelt these guys up while I'm at it. No harm. So yeah, if I'm a little extra derpy today, getting over cold. I'll probably live. All right, 1, 2, 3 of these. I did go mining for some more netherite between episodes because I knew I was going to want to do this today. And then a few of these. And if I'm not mistaken, that'll be an infinity range booster, which only drains 18 FE per tick, which is pretty awesome. Which means I now have unlimited range on my AE system, but not cross-dimensional. So I don't think this will work in like the nether, but for example, it'll work all the way out here, which is awesome, which means that over here on my farm, it will also work. Now, I also decided to make a quick growth accelerator between episodes to test if this sped up crop growth, and it actually does a pretty good job of speeding up crop growth, which is cool. It's like really pretty good. It's not like crazy fast, but it's pretty fast. So if you did like a checkerboard pattern of these, I bet you could get some pretty healthy growth acceleration-y things going on. I think. We'll find out. So you're done. Now I wanted to make a market real quick if I could. So let me get one of those. I'm pretty sure I've got at least 1 emerald. So I should be able to get canola seeds. And the reason I want to grow those is canola seeds are part of actually additions. It's, you know, the canola is actually used to make a fuel source in actually additions, and it was partially the inspiration for my my coal fuel system that I made in Just Dire Things. So that's cool. Now I should be able to bone meal this, I suspect. Hooray! Cool. Now remember, this dude's popping into here. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted to see. Canola. Now, do I already have potatoes in here? I do. Good. Smart. Good job, past Dyer. Excellent. So I've got a little canola, which is nice, but more importantly, I've got canola seeds. I'm thinking I should probably, while I'm at it now, do something like this and that, so that when the canola grows, it'll go into that oak chest and transport into the drawer system. Sweet. Okay, great. Now, from Actually Additions, I can make the manual, because that requires a canola seed. And that's the reason I did that. I don't know where you would normally get canola seeds. I assume that they're somewhere in World Gen, but I'm assuming it's not from breaking grass, because I've broken a lot of grass. And clearly, I have not had any luck with canola seeds, otherwise I would have some. So hey, Actually Additions. To be perfectly honest, I never actually realized how much content Actually Additions has before. Nice. All right, getting started. Sweet. I think I know how that all works. Do I have to actually watch all this stuff? Yes. Do I need to get stuff before I? Maybe it's a work in progress. It does say work in progress. So maybe it's not quite ready for mainstream yet. All right, I'm going to have to remember how things work then. Atomic Reconstructor is the first thing I want to make. And look what I got. That's funny. That is actually kind of funny. That I got the Actually Additions book for making the first. That is very, very funny to me. All right. The other thing we're going to need is a proper wireless power system. I'm thinking power. Because I don't know that there's much else that is quite as easy for wireless power as these guys, right? They all look standard recipe-ish. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Okay, that should be doable. So wireless power will probably be via power. That's the plan, at least. But for now, what I could probably do is just borrow Mr. Generator. We'll remember how this thing works. So if I remember correctly, redstone mode deactivation. Hold a redstone torch to toggle. I remember this mechanic. Pulse. That's what I want, right? And then I can do a button. And then this is a crafting mechanic, provided you have a little bit of power in you. Okay. So if I wanted to make something from Actually Additions, I can do that. So one of the things I want to make is the Ring of Growth, which I think will allow me to grow resources faster. I wonder why I'm doing this, he said innocently enough. However, in order to make these, we're going to need empowered resources. And empowered resources are made with an empowerer. So there's two crafting mechanics, as I recall. There's the empowerer, and there's the atomic reconstructor. And I think there's display stands here. So let's get the empowerer first. So I'm going to need some Rasonia crystal, which is just redstone. And wow, I don't really have a lot of resources. I should mine between episodes. But if I remember correctly, I just dropped those in the world and hit them with a laser. Nice. Okay. And then we need a battery, which is going to need single batteries, which is going to need Inori crystals, which is iron, right? So how are we for iron? Also, not too great. Maybe we should make some seeds real quick. So I'm going to make iron seeds if I can, and redstone seeds, because clearly those would be nice to have. So let's get some infusion crystals. Easy enough. And remind me how I do this. That's it. Okay. Cool. Wow, that used a lot of Inferium. That's okay, though. That should be good. And then I can get Iron Seeds, which will need Prosperity Seeds, Iron times 4, Redstone times 4, and a quick nap. Okay, so you're going to go there. And a quick button. And ta-da, Iron Seeds. Sweet. Redstone Seeds are next. I'm just going to plant these and let them grow a little bit. What I'll probably do is replace some of these for a minute, just so I can get a decent amount of the resources pretty quickly. And the reason I want to do that is so I can start planning for what I'm going to do for crafting this stuff into the proper resources that we're going to need. Cool. So I'll be back in a minute when I'm ready for all that. You know what I think we're going to also need more of is coal. Because it occurs to me, yes, I've got this fancy growth accelerator here. But also, no, I did not remember that it needs power. So, yeah. I'm like, why wasn't my... I was sitting there wondering why my iron seeds hadn't shown up just yet. And then I realized why. We'll definitely have to do something about weather. For sure. For sure, we need to do something about weather. Cool. Okay. So, you know what else had just occurred to me? So, interestingly, RF Tools is in the pack, but I don't see a crafter. There's like shield projectors and builders and all like the normal stuff, but the crafters aren't here, which is weird to me. So I don't know if like they haven't been ported yet. I don't know exactly how that works, unless something has changed with how the crafter works. But we're accumulating stuff here. So first off, fertilized essence. We should store that somewhere. I'll stick it over here. That seems like a good place as any. So coal can be used to make both coal and other stuff. Though I don't see myself needing any of it, so I'm probably just going to autocraft it into coal. Iron can go straight to iron, and redstone can go straight to redstone. So these two definitely I will autocraft with. Some resources are used for multiple things, some are used for individual things. So I have to like decide how I'm going to handle that all. So what I need to do now is figure out how I'm going to autocraft. Because usually I would use the RF Tools crafter. Now I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that. So I'll be right back. So one thing we could try using is the fabricator from Zycraft. I'm not entirely sure if this will do what I want it to do, but I guess we could try. So I think the problem is, I don't know exactly how to tell this what patterns to follow. Because I think it can it pull from adjacent inventories, or am I wrong about that? So if I did this... No. Do I have to teach it? I apparently do. Hey, there we go. Okay. Now if I do another chest here, and do this, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, but then I'd have to have a fabricator for every recipe. I guess that's doable. it's not as beneficial as you would have with like RF Tools crafters, um, but it should be functionally doable. Yeah, I like that. So here's an idea. Here's an idea. You ready for this? I have an idea. I have an idea. Right. What I do is we have some functional storage drawers. Okay. And then we have you with a lock. And you should probably all be locked. And you should all be added to this thing. Okay. So that way, you know, if we grab some of these, that would be cool. Okay. And what should be happening now is you're going to extract those dudes and put them into these drawers. Okay. And then the same for you. And I don't know where that came from. We're going to have to find a home for you if you don't already exist. Okay. And then we might need to speed this up a little bit, but we'll like deal with that in a minute. I think acceleration cards can actually do that, believe it or not. That'll be helpful. Okay. Then okay, we have the fabricator. Is it that way that it needs to face? And then you are in the wrong spot, but that's okay. Let's start with coal. That kind of works. Is that cool? And then we can make more of these. And then basically the gist is anytime we want to autocraft something like this, we just come over here and teach it, and then we're good to go. And it requires a new fabricator for each one, but like I'm okay with that. Yeah. Is that cool? I think it's cool. And then we're just going to need to extract out of all these guys, right? So for that, it would be a good old Modern Dynamics extractor setup. We are low on some resources for. That'll have to do. Does this work? There we go. A couple more of you. And then we're going to want you to not be connected and you to not be connected. Right? And then you can be extract, 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 and then you guys will be ready to roll. Is that cool? Now, why would you do that? Nobody want to do there. Cool. Seems pretty reasonable to me. And then all your resources will be auto-converted, and then we just need to make more fabricators when we want to make, more resources. I like it. Not terrible. All right, now that we have resources again, we should be good to convert some of our iron here into Inori crystals. Nice. So we're going to want one Empowerer, which is going to need a double battery, which is going to need a single battery, which is going to need some advanced coil, which is going to need more redstone. I'll go with that many. I'm sure we'll eventually run out of power there, but it looks like it lasts a decent-ish amount of time, so, we'll be all right. So it looks like we're going to need at least 5 of these. If my math is correct. Because we're going to want some display stands in addition to our Empowerer. So that's going to be you. Oh, you're collecting battery power, are you? Hopefully the MBT won't matter for the crafting components. So then 2 of you and a display stand. I actually need another one of these then. And then we're going to need 5 sets of these. So this is just blocks of quartz. Okay, so we're going to need 15, right? And then we're going to need chiseled quartz blocks times 15. And I'm going to do this in a normal crafting table that does not have access to the whole A system. Okay. Nice. Hope so. So 4 of those. I thought I made enough for 5. Am I crazy? Yeah, I'm going to need 1 more. I must have miscounted on what I needed here. Okay. Now, do you show me... do this down in the basement for now? If I'm not mistaken, it's either 1 or 2 blocks away, but they also need power. So that's going to be a thing, right? So I'm going to go borrow my generator real quick. Well, you know what? Actually, we do have power down there already, so I probably don't need to borrow you. You can keep on going. Oh, you're empty. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense that you would fit in there then. That's funny, actually. Unintended side effect. So yeah, I'm hoping it's 1 block away. It might be 2. We'll find out. For now, let's get some cables. This is going to be very dire wiry, in case that was in any way unclear. But I kind of just want to advance, and we'll do some beautification work in a bit. Is that fair? Oh, I hope so. When I'm feeling better. Today, Dire just wants to derp. Is that cool? Probably cool enough. Just to test to see if this will work. And if it doesn't, life goes on. So now, what I want to do to get my ring of growth is I want an empowered Inori crystal, which is going to be gray dye, stone, any cobblestone, and a snowball, which may or may not be easier than it sounds. But I need 4 of each, right? Let's see real quick. Do I have a shovel? And I can get one, right? Probably. And then a quick look on the map to see if there's any snow anywhere that we've discovered thus far. That looks like snow, right? I should probably sleep through the night. So what I'll do is go there off camera and then come back. You know, it's a pretty small area, but it's big enough to get some snowballs and then go home. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, it's like you do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the thing you're putting now it might be 2 blocks away. It very much might be. See, this is why I made the manual, hoping that I'd be able to remember how this mod works. You know. It definitely feels like there should be 2 gap, right? So let's fix that. Let's just see if this works correctly before going too far. Hey, there we go. That's what's up. I knew it needed to be 2. I honestly did. And you don't need a button press, by the way. Hey, I promised you extra derping today. I'm going from memory here. When was the last time I played with actually additions? Someone will probably be able to figure that out quicker than I can. All right, so not terrible, but let's see if I can make my ring of growth. So that'll be you and you. I'm just curious as to how good this is. Now he should be getting charged up from my pocket generator. I think if I right click him, he activates. I don't know for sure, to be honest with you. Maybe we'll wait for him to finish filling up before we confirm anything. Do you think that's speeding up? Seems to be pretty good, right? I think that that's making an impact. I think that that's a pretty big impact. Now, here's the cool part. I believe if you put this on a display stand, it'll work, like, without me holding it. And this is the reason I, hurried to this. I'm going to put my display stand here with this. I mean, he's definitely got some power in him. This is supposed to work. Whether or not it will, it's kind of anyone's guess. So you're full. This might need to be a Dyer sits here AFK for a few things. Because it's supposed to work. Do you need a redstone signal or something? I don't think so. Probably shouldn't matter. I would expect you to be losing power, is what I would expect. This is what I was kind of hoping for. See, like with this in my inventory, it's definitely cool. Does it have to be in my hand, actually? It almost seems like it has to be in my hand. I think it does. Okay, so let's wrap up here. We'll come back next episode. Play around a little bit more. See if I can't get this automated. If I can't, no big deal. It was worth a try. But I wanted to get into actual editions anyway, because there's a bunch of cool stuff in that mod to play with. For now, that's my sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.